guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of our classroom clean out. I actually brought my good camera today, so hopefully the quality of the video will be a little bit better. Yesterday I had to use my phone for a good portion of the day because my camera battery wouldn't charge, but I think we have it all up and running, so hopefully it'll be much better today. So I can only work until noon today because I have some things I have to take care of this afternoon, and then we have baseball games tonight and my daughter's in cheer, so I've got to take her to do that. So I only get until about 12:30 before I have to leave, so it's only about 4 hours. So I'm going to try to get as much done in the 4 hours that I have today as I possibly can. So I'm going to spin you around and let you see the classroom. So this is where we left off. Yeah, it's quite a mess. And I think I'm going to start by getting some of the bins emptied so I can get those out of here. I'm going to get these cabinets, if you got focus, I'm going to get those cabinets up there loaded, so I've got about 4 bins that can go in there, and I'm going to get some of the stuff put up top. I'm probably not going to get very much furniture situated today because that's kind of up in the air still, so I'm just going to leave this whole area alone and just focus on getting things put away where they need to go. So I'm going to set you down and get started. Okay, so I have a little obsession with the mini erasers from Target. A bag there. Here, this thing is full. And I already have one of those little drawer systems. I'll show you from Michael's. It's full of them. I guess I need to get a couple more. I have a couple of these at home. But I have that already. And I can still keep buying. I just bought another couple sets. Anybody else have that problem with mini erasers? I use them for so much, so I don't feel like it's a waste, but it's getting a little out of hand. So I'm going to work on this cabinet. I think it's going to be like art supplies and extra like paints and crayons and things like that. So I'm going to get all of that stuff emptied. And then I think I'm going to move this piece of furniture. So this is my guided reading organizational system. I've used this system for years. I just have one bucket for each group that I have, and then down at the bottom is my intervention groups. And then I can put on top of it my letters, my magnetic letters that we use. And I just keep inside the buckets any tools and supplies and books and things that we're going to use in each group. And it's right behind my guided reading table, and it's easy access, and it's perfect. And then from these little things, see how used these are. From these little rings, you can see I'll hang a thing on it, a note card, and I'll just write my students' names on it. And then I can move those around, or I can take that off and move my students around. Just kind of suit whatever need my students have at the time. And it's worked out really, really well. I know some people use those cards. I don't know if you can see that card over there. Right there. Yep. And use that for their groups. and I can use that for like supplies and teacher pens and sticky notes and that sort of thing. So I've used that in the past, and I think I'll probably have to go back to that this year because my bucket that I had all that in, the wheels broke on it, and I don't really want to go to get another thing for this room. I don't think we have the space. So I'm just going to use that and have that next to it, and then I can roll that around if I need to around the classroom. So I'm going to work on organizing that in a couple weeks. Not right now. I got to get this stuff done first. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I did, and I forgot that I was recording in the other direction, so apologize, but I just moved my desks further towards the wall so that I could move my shelf over here, and I'm going to work through this bin right now and get all of that stuff put away in my desk. But yeah, we're making progress. It opened up this whole area a lot, and those bins are all empty. I've got some of my art stuff up there. I have another bin of art stuff. I just don't know where I put it. So, in my other room, I had these tall, I don't know if you can tell what those are. These are the IKEA, they're like drawer towers. There's 10 drawers to each one, and I'm thinking if I do flexible seating, I could use those to house all my students' stuff, because it's easily wiped down. See, the bins are over here. See those green and yellow bins? I can put all my students' stuff in there, and they can just take their bin around the room with them. I think that would work, but I'm still leaning on the desks as an option, because I don't know, at least at first, if our students are even going to be able to move around the room. They may only be able to go to their spot, their desk, and they have to stay there. So I can move the seats, and I think that's how I can get flexible seating to work. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they tell us. But hopefully when we can start flexible seating again and moving around the room, maybe I can use those bins. But I had these towers on either side of my bathroom door in the other room because there was space on either side of the door. And in this room, you know, the shape, I talked about that yesterday, the shape is different, so there's not that space around the bathroom door, so I don't know where I'm going to put those. Maybe on that wall over there? Yeah, I think that would work. Yeah, because I think this wall, I'm going to have a table. I'm going to bring my smaller table from home, I think. You can't hardly see it, but there's a little table right there. So, ideas are flowing. Things are happening. I'm going to start with this bin. So I'm going to set you down and start with that bin. Okay, so I got my desk cleared off, and I had to wipe everything down because it was just dusty and gross. So I think this box I'm going to take home because it has, you can see them, all of my black school boxes in them, and I'm going to work on my STEM bins. These in the past are my accounting collections that my students would use. And if you don't know what a counting collection is, you can just leave me a message in the comments box, and I will kind of explain that. But anyway, these are a ton of those things. I have another box somewhere of all different collections of things. And I started some STEM bins, so I think I want to take all of this home and work on that over the weekend. But yeah, we're getting there. And this is my bin of stuff for my desk. I'm going to try to organize that, but I'm just going to slide that underneath there right now because that's not something I need to do right at this moment. So I'm going to switch gears, go put that up, and get back to work. So, just to give you an update, it's hot in here. The air conditioner's on, but you know, once you get moving, whew. So, just to give you an update, there we go. I found this extra green bin that I guess I bought doubles of, and my green bin right there is all torn. The other ones are good, but that one's really bad. So I'm just going to switch out, and then I can use that green bin for something else or take it home. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to spin you around and show you where I'm at. Okay, so I got rid of the two bins that were sitting on here. They just kind of had odd stuff in it, like that paper. That's bulletin board paper for my bulletin boards. I have a board there and a board way over there. And I usually use the oceany background one for the beginning of the year on the boards, and then this board, which I always use to display student work, changes with like what we're doing, so I'll change the paper out. But for the beginning of the year, I just have like welcome to first on there, so, and I get my students' pictures in front of it. I don't know if that's what I'll do this year. I'm sure I will, because they're still going to be excited to be back in school. So I think I'll make that like our photo backdrop. I don't know what that's going to look like. Bulletin boards usually come like right before school gets started, so I'll do that later. But that one over there I think is going to be, zoom in a little bit, my writing center. If I have a writing center. If not, it's still going to have like charts and stuff on it. So I'll put the paper up when it gets closer to knowing what's going on. As far as all of this stuff, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep our little chair. This was in my library last year, but I don't know if I'll be able to keep that, so I'm just going to put it to the side for right now. I may have to wait till next year to use it again. We'll see. These are some STEM things that I need to sort through, and that's like extra tissues and kind of random stuff that was just laying around my classroom yesterday. I think my pencil sharpener's in there too. So just kind of a random hodgepodge. I'll get that put up. This one has, this is one I'd like to get rid of. I hate this bin. It's kind of cumbersome, but it has our dry erase boards, extra dry erase boards. It has clipboards in here, and then down here are the little hammers that we use for like whack-a-word, and I'll try to link that in the description box where I got that. I think it was Primary Techie on TPT, so I will link that in the description down below if I can find what I was talking about. But these are little hammers that we used for it. My kids love this, and I just had my husband cut up a pool noodle, and when I stuck a really good sharpened pencil in it, and they held up all last year. They're a little loose now. I may have to make a new set, but I don't imagine us getting to use those for a while, because I don't think I can clean the pool noodle each time. So I may have to find something else. Just have them use their fist or something if we play that. This is going to go home. This is Building Words set, and I finally found the little blocks to go with it. But it's by Dee Wills, and I'll try to link that down below. But I've been trying to make this set for the longest time. I think I even have one of her activities at the bottom. And I've just never been able to get it put together. Yep, there it is. I'll show that to you. I love these little task cards. So on this one, they have to match the letter, uppercase letter with the lowercase letter. They put the block on here. So, like if they were just matching uppercase and uppercase, see? And then they write it. So just little task cards. I think these are all matching letters. So I might use this for like early finishers because I can wipe those down each day. I can wipe this stuff down each day. It's all easily wipeable. So I think I can use that. So I'm going to take it home. Oh, my strap's getting in the way. I can take it home and finish it and get it kind of put together. Get all the task card boxes in there. This piece doesn't snap very well, but make it work. So that's going to go home. That's my bin of sharks. So my classroom theme, well, it's not really a theme. My classroom is sharks everywhere. I have sharks for everything. So I have all kinds of sharks that my kids have given me over the years, and I have shark teeth. I'm quite obsessed with sharks. So they're all over my classroom. That's kind of my thing. These book bins, these are books from my library. Just kind of random that I kind of tossed back in a crate. And I don't know if we're going to, I'm sure I can put books out, but I don't think that we can have a library in our classroom, like where they go to it. They may have to just like shop for books at the beginning of the week and keep those in their book box. And then those go to their desk. And then at the end of the week, I can wipe all the books down, turn them in, clean them, I think. So we'll see. So I think I'm just going to put those for right now up there, out of my way. So I'm going to do that. That's all my pocket charts. That needs to get put away. That's my big book stand. I'm just going to turn it around and find a home for it right now. My random tables, decorations, all that needs to get put away. That needs to get put away. I'm getting an error message on my camera, so I think I'm going to put you guys down and get to work, and then I'll update you in a second. Okay, so let me catch you up to what I've been doing. I'm going to spin you around. So I got that shelf moved. I don't think it's going to stay there, but it's going to be there for right now. I don't know where to put this one. I think it's going to go... Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out. I've gotten through all of those bins over there. So all of that stuff is put up and sorted. I've got that section cleared away and put away. I moved one of my shelves over there. I may switch flip-flop. In my other room I had those flip-flopped. We'll see. That bin is actually going to go where those two tables are, because it holds like my books for the month of what we're going to be doing, but I can't use those. Those two chairs were in my library with the little beanbag chair over there, and I also have a shark tent that hangs down from the ceiling, but I don't think I'm going to be having a library. If I do, I'm going to have to figure out where to put that. If I have a library, I may put my library over here, because that's where I had it in my other room, but I had that like little nook. So I may put my library over here. But I don't think I'm going to be having a library. I think what we're going to do is have the books on shelves, like I said before. So I guess we'll have to see. My goal is to get this pile sorted, and I have to get all of these rolled up, but my cabinet will not unlock, so I've got to go down to the office and see what's going on with it. So I have to go do that. Yeah, so that's where we're at. And I think I'm going to take this table home tomorrow, because it's my like sit on the floor table, and obviously we're not going to be sitting on the floor like that for a while. I bought 3 of those from like a furniture warehouse when I taught in Arkansas. I think I paid like $15 for that table. It actually had legs, and we just took the legs off of it, and I threw the legs away because I was not thinking. So if I don't use it as that kind of table, then there's not really a purpose for it. So I might just try to sell it or something, or give it away. I need to put all this stuff up, and I don't know, I'm stacking all the cushions and things over here because they're all clean. I took them home and washed them. Well, with the exception of that guy, he was left here, but all of that's been cleaned. And then the rugs that I have, the 2 rugs that I have, I think I'm going to just get rid of and get new ones because they're pretty dirty. So yeah, that's where we're at. These chairs came from Lakeshore, and they are phenomenal. You can take the covers off and wash them, which I did. But I don't know if we're going to be able to use them at first, so I may just have them kind of stored. Maybe I may put them up there, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to use them for a while. Same thing with these cushions. The cushions on, or the covers on those chairs, those are from IKEA. I think they were, if I can find this stuff, I'll link it down below. But this is all part of my flexible seating, so my students had a choice to sit in those chairs in the library when they worked, those chairs. I also have scoop seats, which I know we can use scoop seats, I would think, because those are easily wipeable. All of this bucket has all of my like mats for around the room, and I don't think we're going to need those. Plus they're pretty dingy, so I may take them home, wash them, and just kind of pack them away. They were expensive, so I don't want to get rid of those. So, yeah. Oh, these are the chairs that I was telling you about yesterday. They are like rocker chairs. A lot of libraries have these now that I've seen, but they rock naturally, and they're easily wipeable, so I think my thought is, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have desks or tables. I had these 4 chairs at a set of 4 desks forever. Just because desks were easy, and you know, instead of having another table, and they were like the perfect height. I think if I use desks, which might be a good idea for just this year, because the students can house all their stuff in a desk. I don't think we're going to be using the carpet to come together and sit on, at first at least, because I don't think I can spread my kids out far enough to make that work. So that carpet can just stay right there, and we can spread the desks around the room, and hopefully I can just kind of spread my kids out. I don't know what that'll look like, but I think I can use different seating, and then they can pick their seat for the week, and then at the end of the week they'll just get to pick a new seat for the next week, and I can clean all of the seats and I can move them around on Fridays so that they're ready to go for them. And then that way they still have flexible seating options. So that's just a thought. That's an idea. See, it's sunny now. Florida. Nice and sunny outside. So that's the thought. This is another thing I have. This is the wobble chair that I was telling you about. I only have one of those. One of my students' parents donated to our classroom. So I only have one of those. I don't know. I may just put it at I may put it over here at the computers. So we have 4 computers. I know we'll be able to use those because I can have one student here and one student down there, and they'd be pretty far spread apart. I have crate seats that I took home and redid over the summer that usually sit at the chairs or at the computers, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. I may just put the crate seats there, or I may just leave these chairs there. I don't know. So those are some of my flexible seating options. Like I said before, I also had yoga balls and then regular chairs, and then so we had those and yoga balls, regular chairs. We had this chair, we have those 2 chairs and those 2 chairs and scoop seats, and I also have a couch which is collapsed and hidden that they could sit on. And then a lot of my kids like to sit on the floor with a clipboard. So those are my flexible seating ideas, and like I said, I'll try to link what I can if your school is still allowing it, but that's where we're at. Those are all my pocket charts down there. I need to move those. But currently it is 10 after 10, so I still have 2 hours. I think I can get a lot done. But my battery at my camera is going to die, so I'm going to put it on the charge, and I'll just update you guys in a little bit. That's the area I'm going to work on next. So I'll update you in a little bit. Okay, so let me update you on where we're at in the classroom. I have gotten that big giant pile, actually just kind of moved it. I need to figure out in my other room, I had a little bit of space, zoom in, on either side of those cabinets, and that's where I kept like my bulletin board stuff, which is what that pile was. But I didn't move that cabinet over far enough, so I don't know where I'm going to put all that. That's kind of an awkward thing to store, and I've had those bulletin board boxes before that they sell at like Lakeshore, or Really Good Stuff, I think, and they collapse and don't work, and they take up a lot of space. So in the past I've had cabinet space to store that stuff in, like big long stuff, but I don't here, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I've gotten a lot of those bins put away. My pile over here is getting taller. I got to work on these bags later, the stuff I took home for distance learning, so I have to work on that later. This bin is like all art supplies, and I was putting away all of my tapes, which I need to get some more colors. But one thing that I do that might be helpful is on all of my notebooks, I always make myself a notebook because when you're working with first graders, obviously you've got to have like a model for them with notebooks, but I put tape around, like when I buy the spirals, I put tape around it. It just helps to sort them a little bit better. On the composition notebooks, I always put a colored piece of tape, so like I'll have the green tape or the blue tape, or one year I had Finding Nemo tape. Last year I had orange, and I don't know if you can see those two colors. I just got the ones that were kind of oceany. I called this one the mermaid and this one the ocean tape, just to help them at first, because when they're pulling out their notebooks, they'll always go for the wrong notebook, and then you have like a math assignment in a word work notebook. So I'm putting away all my tapes, and I'm going to tackle this box, and my goal is to get that box done and that box done. That bin over there is full of center games that I need to sort back out and put in all of my things, but I bought some more of those things. That's all of my center games up there. I think in focus, if you can see that. It's all of my center games, and I have those sorted by month, but that's not very helpful if I'm being quite honest. So like you can see February math, so I put an M and then an L. And over this year, as I'm using them, I want to clean those out and fix them. But I bought some more of these bins because they're full. And most of my center games I get from Reagan Tunstall. I have some from Deanna Jump, Dee Dee Wills. This is all different places on TBT. I'll try to link some if I can. But I bought Reagan Tunstall Station by Standards, and I like that more than by month. So I think I'll have to pull some of these out. With math, that really works because we don't teach math. Like all the games that are more themed can stay in the month, but like some of the random games that, you know, like shapes or just addition. If I just put it in November, what if we're not ready for it yet? So I need it in the Stations by Standard bins. So this basket right there is some of my Stations by Standards from March and I think end of February, because I would do those games by groups before I would put them in their math center. I would play the games with them several times in groups first. So that stack is like end of February and March type games. So I need to create my Stations by Standard bins over the next couple weeks. So that's what that is. This is a giant pile here. Still can't get into my cabinet. This is going to be individual glue boxes. I'm going to make those into individual glue boxes. They were just for sight words last year, but I'm going to make them into individual glue boxes so the kids have their own glue box. Those things need to go in. This is all my poems right there. That's all my poems. That's writing stuff. This is going to go to my desk. This I think I'm going to use for their sight word cards, because it works. I used that before. That's that big pile. So yeah, that's where we're at. I can't do anything with that until my easel gets put back together, which I can put my easel together real quick. It's not a problem. It's just there. But yeah, now we have rain again. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. That stuff's just decorations that need to get away. That stuff needs to get rolled up and put in a Ziploc. That goes on my bathroom door for their headphones, which I don't know if that's how I'll sort them this year, but that's where that's going to go for now. Yeah, I'm pretty excited that I've gotten this far. I won't be able to come back up until next week. I have training all next week online, and I won't be able to come back up because we have to keep the campus limited on the number of staff members. So I'm going to try to film some things from home. But I will show you what it looks like when I leave today. But that's where we're at right now. Okay, you guys. So I'm winding down. There's not much else I can do today. And I do have to leave by noon. And right now it is 11:30. So I'm going to give you one last look at the room and what I've gotten done so far. And then I've got to skedaddle. So I'm going to flip you around and give you one more look. Okay, so this is my desk area in the corner. I've gotten everything moved over. I'm moving my chair over here. And the messy desk. Here's all the student desks. And my table, which obviously is just kind of got a pile of stuff on it. That's our docking station. I think this is going to be a riding area. I don't know. That's kind of, up in the air. And then sink area. I'm gonna clean all of this up before I go. This is my massive, it's kind of sad actually. All my erasers, these are the ones I just got from Target. I got lots of packs of these. Sharks. So I think I cleaned them out on that one. And then Halloween, Dr. Seuss. This is a hodgepodge of a bunch of them. Another hodgepodge, mostly Christmas, I think. And then all of my ones that are already in there. So I need to get two more of these, I think. And then they'll be a little bit more organized. But I still have some in here as well. There's still a bunch of erasers in there. So I need to stop. It's a problem. So this is going to be like my word work cabinet. I'm going to put some of my word work cards and things in there once I get those out and organized. This cabinet's empty still. This is markers, science stuff. This is going to be school supplies that comes in. This is all my math stuff that I need to go through it, but I'm just not going to, I'm going to get stuff put away first. I moved my filing cabinet over here. I don't know that that's where those are going to stay. I think those are going to, those are what I used for in my library before. But like I said, I don't know what we're going to do with those. So I'm just going to leave those right there. I'm going to get a smaller table for right here. This is my broken thing that goes behind there. But I don't want to go buy another one because they always break. I don't know why, but probably just all the moving I do. So I'm going to sort it and put what I can and organize that cart. I think that'll be better. So that's going to go. That's about to go to my car / outside in the hallway because I don't need that desk. I do have to go through this cabinet. It's kind of a hodgepodge. I think I can put some of my stuff away more organized. I just need to get in here and have time to do that, and I just didn't. That shelf I showed you, I did pulled the couch out. I have to take the cushion off, take it to be washed, and I put my easel up, and those two tables and all that stuff is kind of just hanging out for a while. And then this is that pile that needs to go in that cabinet that I can't get open. So if I can come back tomorrow afternoon, then I'm going to, and I'll film and show you. But when I come back next time, I'll get the key, the other key for that, and see if maybe I goofed up and switched keys by accident. So that's it so far. I have a lot of stuff to do at home. I've started making a list on my board, but this gets hung outside my door, and I just need some more command strips for that. Halloween decorations need to go away. Like I said, I think I'm gonna throw these rugs away. All of this stuff goes down here, but I didn't want to take all of that out until I knew where that was gonna go because that gets heavy. So it's just gonna hang out there. And that's it. Trash needs to go out. All of this stuff is sort of complete. I can't believe I've gotten through all of that. It's a lot. I feel like I've made progress. So next time I come in, hopefully I'll finish putting things away and getting things organized. That's my goal, is to be able to get the rest of the stuff put away. And then I want to go through that cabinet and get that organized. And I've got to do that cabinet first so that I can get organized, because some of the stuff that is in these two bags from distance learning, I had more cabinets in the other room. And so some of that stuff can go if I get that cleaned out in those cabinets. And then there's a lot of stuff that can get thrown away. So let me flip you back around. So that's it for day 2. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and take care of some of the things that I need to do, but I will keep you guys posted on day 3. So just be watching. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and like and subscribe, and leave me a comment below if you have some ideas for the desks or the tables or what your district has kind of put out. Hopefully we'll get a plan next week, so I'm not too worried about it. But I think I kind of have an idea of what I can do to make some modifications so that we can still follow proper guidelines. I'm just excited to be back in the classroom. So I hope you guys enjoyed day 2 of my mess, and I will see you guys next time.